She almost dropped the plate. Her fingers trembled as she struggled to keep it balanced, pain flashing across her face for just a split second before she forced a smile. No one else noticed. No one complained. No one cared. Except the man sitting quietly in the corner booth. Dressed like a nobody. Silent. Watching everything. What the young waitress didn't know was that the man she was serving breakfast to was the undercover owner of the diner. And the secret he was about to uncover would expose a truth so dark, it would shock everyone inside that restaurant. Stay till the end, because this story proves that sometimes evil hides in plain sight. Ethan Cole had built his restaurant chain from scratch. No investors. No shortcuts. No inheritance. Just grit, long nights, and a belief that people deserve to be treated with dignity. His diners weren't supposed to be just places to eat, they were meant to feel like home. But lately something felt wrong. Sales were steady, but morale was dropping. Anonymous complaints appeared online, then disappeared. Employee turnover rose quietly. Yet every management report said the same thing. Everything is running smoothly. Ethan knew better. Paper never told the full story. So at 46 years old, with more money than he ever imagined, Ethan put on an old jacket, pulled a cap low over his eyes, and decided to see the truth himself. No bodyguards. No cameras. No warning. Just a man returning to the floor where it all began. It was raining the morning Ethan walked into Cole's Diner, location 11. The bell above the door rang softly. No one greeted him. The diner was busy, but the energy was tense, rushed, sharp, uncomfortable. A waitress hurried past with her head down. Then Ethan saw her. She was young. Early 20s at most. She carried a plate of food with visible effort, her jaw clenched as if holding back pain. One of her hands was wrapped in a rough, uneven bandage, clearly homemade. Not clean. Not professional. Not safe. Ethan's stomach tightened. Her name tag read, MIA. She carefully placed the plate on a table, adjusting it slowly, like even the smallest movement hurt. Then she moved toward Ethan. "Good morning, sir," Mia said softly. She placed his breakfast down with shaking fingers. As she did, the plate slipped slightly. Before Ethan could speak, a voice snapped from behind. "Watch what you're doing." A man stormed over. Tall, sharp-eyed, angry. His name tag read, Derek, floor manager. "You trying to spill food now?" Derek barked. "That comes out of your tips." "I'm sorry," Mia whispered. "My hand." "I don't care about your hand," Derek cut in. "You're paid to serve, not complain." The diner went quiet for a moment. Customers looked away. Mia nodded quickly, cheeks burning, and stepped back. Ethan's jaw tightened. This wasn't management. This was intimidation. When Mia returned with coffee, Ethan spoke gently. "That hand looks painful," he said. She froze. Her eyes flicked instinctively toward Derek. "It's nothing," she replied too quickly. "I'll be fine." Ethan nodded slowly. But he knew the truth. People who say, "It's nothing," the loudest, are usually hurting the most. As the morning rush continued, Ethan observed quietly. Every time Derek walked past Mia, she stiffened. Every time his voice rose, her shoulders dropped lower. Once, when she accidentally dropped a spoon, Derek leaned close and whispered something. Mia's eyes filled with tears. She wiped them away instantly and kept working. Ethan had seen this before, not just in restaurants but in life. When power meets silence, and silence is forced. Ethan stood up. "I need the restroom," he said casually. Instead, he followed Mia down the hallway marked employees only. The door didn't fully close. Inside voices echoed. "You think you're special?" Derek snapped. "I told you not to slow down." "I'm trying," Mia whispered. "My hand hurts so bad." A loud bang cut her off. Then a sharp cry of pain. Ethan pushed the door open. Derek spun around. Mia stood against the wall, clutching her injured hand, tears streaming down her face. Ethan's voice was calm but firm. "What's going on here?" Derek scoffed. "This doesn't concern you." Ethan stepped closer. "It does now." Derek laughed nervously. "You don't know who you're dealing with." Ethan met his eyes. "You're right," he said quietly. "But you're about to." Mia broke down. Between sobs, the truth poured out. She had no family nearby. No money saved. No one to turn to. When she started working, Derek offered help. Extra shifts. Small cash advances. Then came the control. Threats if she complained. Threats if she slowed down. Threats if she spoke up. 3 weeks earlier, during an argument, Derek slammed her hand in the freezer door. It broke instantly. She begged to see a doctor. Derek refused. If you miss work, he told her, you're fired. Ethan felt sick. This wasn't just cruelty. This was abuse. Ethan slowly removed his cap. My name is Ethan Cole, he said. Derek's face went pale. I own this diner. The air went still. Mia looked up in disbelief. Derek stumbled back. You're lying, he stammered. Ethan pulled out his phone. Call the police, he said calmly. And corporate legal. Sirens arrived within minutes. Customers watched in stunned silence as Derek was escorted out in handcuffs. Ethan shut the diner down for the day. Every employee was paid in full. Then he turned to Mia. You're not working another shift, he said gently. Her face crumpled. I understand, she whispered. I'll pack my things. Ethan shook his head. No, he said. You're safe now. Ethan personally drove Mia to the hospital. Doctors confirmed it. Her hand had been broken for weeks. Permanent damage was possible. Ethan paid for everything. Surgery, physical therapy, counseling. But more than that, he stayed. He listened. He cared. Something she hadn't felt in a long time. Weeks later, Ethan visited Mia again. I have an offer, he said. Her heart raced. I want to help you go back to school, he continued. Whatever you choose. Mia cried openly. No one has ever done this for me, she said. Ethan smiled gently. Someone should have. An internal investigation followed. 7 managers were fired across multiple locations. New systems were implemented. Anonymous reporting lines. Zero-tolerance abuse policies. Mandatory mental health training. Ethan didn't protect the brand. He protected people. 3 years later, Ethan walked back into the same diner. It felt different. Warm. Alive. Safe. Behind the counter stood a confident young woman. Her hand fully healed. Her posture strong. Her name tag read, MIA, Shift Supervisor. She saw him and smiled. You noticed, she said softly. Ethan nodded. I always pay attention. Sometimes the smallest sign of pain is the loudest cry for help. And sometimes, all it takes to change a life is someone willing to see what others ignore. If this story moved you, like, subscribe and share. Because kindness starts with noticing. And someone out there is hoping to be noticed too.